Hello students, today we will discuss a new topic, significant figures. What are significant figures? Those digits in a measured quantity which are known reliably or about which we can say that we are confident in our measurement, and plus one additional digit which is uncertain, means which is not known. For example, 24.2 centimeters, suppose it is length of some rod, and we know this thing that 24 is the accurate and 2 is the doubtful digit, means I'm not sure about this 2. It can be 2 1, it can be 2 3, it can be 3. So one digit is doubtful here. So what is a significant figure? All accurate digits, like these are two digits which are accurate plus one doubtful digit. So this will become a significant figures. Now we will discuss rule for determining the significant figures. Let's discuss first rule. All non-zero digits are significant. For example, 3.144. This is non-zero, this is non-zero, this is non-zero, and this is non-zero. So all are non-zeros. So it is having 4 significant figures. Here 2.123, 4 significant figure. 3.1, 2 significant figures. Second rule, all zeros between two non-zero or significant digits are significant. Means if I am having two non-zero digits, like one number I am having 1, other 2, and in between there is 0. If 0 come in between two non-zero digit, then again it will be significant. Or if a 0 come in between two significant digits, then again it will be significant. For example, 4.03. Now it is having 3 significant figures. How? Two significant digits. Let us take, this is significant, this is significant, 0 come in between these two, so there are 3 significant figures. Similarly, 2.001, in this 2 is significant, 1 is significant, 2 zeros are coming in between 2 and 1, means between two non-zero digits, so these are again significant figures. Let's discuss another rule. Now third rule is related to ending zeros, means the zero should come after decimal firstly and it should be in the end, then it will be significant. There are two conditions. First, it should come after decimal. Second thing, it should be in the end, then it will be significant. Let's discuss first example. Example 2.40. So 2.40, firstly this 0 is coming after the decimal and it is at the end. So 1, 2, 3, 3 significant figures. 3.000, after decimal these zeros are coming and 1 0 is at the end, mean this is significant, this is significant. Now 2 zeros are in between 3 and 0, means 2 zeros are in between two significant figures, then these zeros will be significant. So in total we have 4 significant figures. Next is 2.300. Again 2 is significant, 3 is significant, and after decimal 0 which comes at the end, this is again significant. So 0 come in between two significant figure, it is again significant. So here we have 4 significant figures. For example, 420. Next example, this is 420. Now how many significant figures are there? Here only we have 2 significant figures. 0 will not be considered here significant. Now what is the reason behind this? 0 is coming at the end, but the second condition is not fulfilled. It is not after decimal point, so we will consider only 2 significant figures. Similarly, in the next example, 3400. Here again we have 2 significant figures. Next rule is initial zeros, means we have discussed zeros which comes at the end, but we have not discussed the zeros which come initially. Initial zeros are usually insignificant. For example, 0.0042, 0, 1, 2, 3, 3 zeros are initial. So there are 2 significant figures, because here we have 0 after decimal point, these are not coming at the end, so these are not significant. So we have only 2 significant figures, and in this case this is significant, this 0 comes after decimal and at the end this is again significant. Now 0 and 2, they come in between these two significant figures. So again these will be significant. So there are 1 2 3 4 significant figures. Let's discuss fifth rule, power of 10. Now powers of 10, they are usually taken as insignificant. For example, if I'll write 2.4 into 10 raised to power 6, so here we have only two significant figures, that is 2 and 4, and we will ignore this. It means we have only two significant figures and this will be insignificant. Here again 3.00 comes after the decimal and at the end, so we have two significant figures. Now the last rule, which is related to the pure number or constants. Now for example, Avogadro number, refractive index, these are all constants. So these have infinite significant figures. So you have to learn this thing. If any constant is asked in question paper, and number of significant figures are asked in the question, you have to say there are infinite significant figures, because that is a constant quantity. Hello students, now we'll start with a new topic, rounding off. Now suppose we have a question, round off 2.43 to 2 digits, two significant digits. So you have already done this in the junior classes, but now we'll do this in detail. What you do earlier, you'll see the next digit after 4. Like if you want to round off to 2 digits, you'll leave 2 digits and you'll see the third digit. If it is less than 5, what you'll do, you'll write 4 as it is, so you'll get answer 2.4. Now if it is 2.26 and we have to round off it to 2 digits, if 6 is greater than 5, as 6 is greater than 5, what you'll do, you'll add 1 to the second digit and you'll get answer 2.3. So this is how you are doing from the junior classes. But what you'll get if you get this question, this type of question, you'll get 2.25 and there will be 1 2 3 7 or any other digit except 0 or nothing. If you'll get any digit after 2.25, means here we have third digit as 5, we have to round it off to two significant digits, and after 5 there will be any number except 0 and nothing. So what we'll do, we'll just add 1 to the second digit. When if the fourth digit 1 2 3 4 after the 5 is any digit 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 except 0 or nothing, then what you'll do, you'll just add 1 to the second digit. So you'll get 2.3, here again 2.3, here again 2.3, and here again 2.3. So if you'll get, now this is the fourth point, if you'll get 2.25 means, and you have to round it off to 2 digits. Now we do not have anything after 5, and if we have 0, means if we have the fourth digit as nothing or 0, then what we will do, then we will check whether the digit before 5 is it even or odd. If this is even, we will write it as it is. Okay, will not do any change, will not increase or decrease, will write as it is. But if it is odd, for example 2.35, here again I have nothing, here again I have 0. If it is odd, then what we will do, then we will increase it by 1. Like here we'll get answer 2.4, here also 2.4. So to discuss it further, we'll do some examples. Now first question is round off to 3 significant figures. Now in this first is, see, 0.04234. As you know, these two digits will be 0 and 0, and it is to the left of all the significant figures, so this will not be considered as significant figure. These two zeros are insignificant, so I put here cross. How many significant figures are there? 1 2 3 4, and we have to round it off up to 3 significant figures. Now it means I'll check the fourth one, 1 2 3 4 4, and this is less than 5, so I'll write it as it is. So my answer will be 0.0423. Why? Because 4 is less than 5. Again, this rule we have applied. This first rule we have applied. After that, let's check in the next question, 2.345. Now here we have to round it off up to 3 significant figures. So 1, 2, 3. After that we'll get 5, and after 5 we have nothing. It means either this case or this case. So let's check what we have before 5. We have an even number. So what we'll do, if we have even number, we'll write as it is. So we will write 2.34. So this is rounded off up to 3 significant figures. Now let's do 7.123. 1, 2, 3. These are the 3 significant figures. 3 is less than 5. So I'll write 7.12. Here again 3.135. We have 5. And after 5 we have 2 also. So if I am having any digit except 0 or nothing after 5, what we'll do? We'll add 1 to the significant figure. So we'll get 3.14. I am talking about this rule. What we'll do, we'll add 1 like I have done in the point number 3. Okay, and after that let's discuss another example, 23510. What we will do, we have to again solve, we will have to write it in 3 significant figures. Now it is 0 and it is at the end, so it means I am going this is insignificant and I am crossing it. So 2351, what will be the answer? 1 is less than 5, so I'll write 235 here. Now let's do multiplication and division rule. I have multiplication 6.4 into 0.2. After multiplication I'll get 1.28. So we have to discuss what is a rule in rounding off here. How many significant figures are there? 1, 2, 2. How many significant figures are there? 1 only. So answer should have 1 significant figure, because we have to choose the lesser significant figures. And in which term we have less significant figures? In 0.2. Here we have 1, so answer should have 1 significant figure. This is the rule in case of multiplication and division. So my answer will be, if I'll round off it to 1 significant figure, my answer will be 1 only, because after seeing this significant figure, if I'll round off it, I'll get 1. Now let's discuss another example, 36.48 divided by 12. Now if I'll divide it by 12, I'll get answer 3.04. I'll check in numerator and denominator. I have 4 significant figures. Here I have 2 significant figures. So in which I have less number of significant figures here. So answer should have 2 significant figure. Here I got 3.04. But here we got 3 significant figures. So we have to round it off. And 4 is less than 5. So answer will be 3.0. Let's discuss addition and subtraction now. For example, you got question, you have to add 2.42, 1.32 and 0.2. Now what is the first step here? Firstly, add this. I have added this and I got answer 3.94. Second step, check after the decimal now. This is a point. After decimal we have to check how many significant figures are there in each term and choose the lesser number of significant figures that term. Here I am having 2 terms, again 2 terms, so here I am having 1 term. So the term which will be having lesser number of significant digits after decimal, so we will choose that, and because this term is having less number of significant figures after decimal, so our answer will have less number of significant figure, that is 1. So only 1 significant figure will be there in our answer. So I'll round it off up to 1 significant figure, because 4 is less than 5, we'll use that rule. So our answer is 3.9. So what is the main difference between addition or subtraction or multiplication and division? In multiplication or division, we'll check the total significant figures in the terms. Like earlier we have done an example, and there we have discussed before decimal also. We were discussing the total number of significant figures and we'll write the answer accordingly. And in addition and subtraction, what we'll do? We'll see the number of significant figures after decimal and we'll write the answer accordingly. So this is the main difference. If you'll keep in mind this difference, you'll not get confused while solving this problem. Let's discuss another example. You have 14.5, 3.28 and 0.123. You have to add this term. I have added and I have written the answer. So first step was this, just add. Second point, now we have to check how many number of significant figures are there in each term and choose the lesser number of terms. Choose that term. Here I am having 1, 2 after decimal and 3 after decimal. So it means my answer will have one significant figure after the solution. After adding, my answer should have one significant figure after decimal. So what I am having after 17.9, I am having 0.3. So what I will write? 17.9 after rounding off. So let's clear the difference again. I have these two numbers, 6.2 and 0.12. Here I have to do multiplication or division, and here I have to do addition of the same numbers. We'll discuss the difference with this example. Here I have to add. Check the number of significant figures. Here I am having two significant figure, again two significant figure, because I am discussing here multiplication or division. Here I am discussing subtraction or addition, and here I will see the significant figures after the decimal place. 1, again 2. So I'll choose this 1. Here again 2 and again 2. After multiplication I'll get 0.744 and I have to round it off up to the two significant figures. So 0 to the left hand side, that is insignificant. This 4 is less than 5, so I'll write as it is, 0.74 answer. And in this case I have one significant figure, here I have two significant figure. In case of addition and subtraction, I have to see only the significant figures after decimal. So one significant figure, firstly I'll add this, then 2 is less than 5, so answer will be 6.3.